All right, my couture crafters, let's get into my all-time favorite box ever. I love, love, love creating this box. I think it's such a statement piece. No matter where you go, and switching out the colors is so much fun. This box is a little bit more difficult to create and to put together than the one that I did before, and it definitely takes a little bit more time. Not a ton of time, but a little bit more. But if you're willing to sit down and do the work, take your time, enjoy the process, you will definitely not be disappointed, and you'll get compliments like none other when you walk into wherever with that box. You could probably sell that box too. I think people would really get a kick out of it. This is for a wedding, and so, yeah, this is for a bridal shower, not a wedding. So I'm using the Blanc stack. I think everybody should have this stack just sitting around somewhere. And I'm showing you here how I pick the patterns. Because I'm doing white on white on white on white, I wanted it to have a lot of texture, and I love mixing patterns. So you can see that some pieces or some patterns have a lot more gaps and space in them, and some of them are tighter. That way it'll all kind of go together. So here I've cut one of the first pieces and I've laid them all out, and so now I'm just folding on all of the square lines. Nice and easy. Nothing, no guesswork about this. And then I'm going to just make sure that they line up, that I got all the sizes the right piece, all the pieces the right sizes. Now I'm using my art glitter glue, which I get from Amazon, and I love because it's strong, it dries quickly, and it doesn't show. It really does dry clear. So if you're a paper crafter, I think that art glitter glue is the best glue you could possibly have. So here I'm just running the glue down the first tab, and then I'm going to take this piece and just glue them together. I know this video looks like it's super sped up, but it's really not. This is real time. I hold it for a few seconds and then I move on to the next piece. It does not take long for this glue to hold at all. I had one that unbuckled, and the only reason why it unbuckled just a little bit was because of the pressure that I was putting on it. Some of these boxes, when you're putting them together, will create tension in other areas, and it does need a little bit longer in some places to hold. But you'll see me fix that in a minute. And with this glue, you can just wipe it right off with your finger, and your fingers don't even get tacky the way they would with tacky glue. I just love this glue. I cannot talk about it enough. Again, I get mine off of Amazon. I think I pay about 20 bucks and I get two. I get that one, and then I get the refill with that metal tip and the pin that goes in it. That's not a regular push pin. That one right there, it won't rust. It's specific for this tip. So here I am where it unbuckled a little bit, and I just added a little bit more glue and held it just a little bit longer. And the bottom of the box is starting to come into shape. I get these patterns from SV, as in Victor, G Cuts. It is my go-to place for all SVGs. If you have a Cricut, SVG Cut should be on the top of your list of places to go when you need SVGs. They have tons of flat images, which I don't really love, but they're 3D images. I just don't think there are better 3D images out there. So here I am putting the small bottom to the box on and just making it sturdy. I didn't even use 110-pound paper there. I think that's 80-pound weight. If you want to make this more sturdy, you could have layered up those pieces. Just cut them a couple more times, put them on top of each other, and it'll make your box even more sturdy. I marked my pieces, and I shouldn't have done that. I know better, but I just was trying to make it easier for myself when cutting on the Cricut, just to figure out which piece was going to go where, because I had all these patterns and things. But if you're going to do that, you will be able to see the words on the inside, because this is not a double-sided piece of paper. It's just one-sided. If this paper was double-sided, oh my goodness. So you see, this is going together. It's taken a little bit more time than the other one, but it's not super difficult. Once you put maybe 1 or 2 together, you'll be on a roll. This is my favorite part of putting together this box because it goes together so perfectly. I'm just taking my time, going piece by piece around the sides. You might not be able to tell right now, but this box is shorter in the front and taller in the back. So right here is the front of the box, and as you go around, it'll get longer. It's called an apothecary box. And that's just me gluing in the liner. And here we are fitting the top to the bottom. Isn't it cute just like that? I love it. So now I'm going to start working on the outside panels to this box. So this is easy peasy. Just putting some glue on and gluing it around. You see how the hearts are tighter? There are more hearts in a small spot than there are the dots. That's one of the ways you can mix patterns. Just pay attention to how the images look together. The reason why people can't mix patterns is because they're choosing patterns that are the same size and trying to put them side by side, and it just gets away from you. So you want to look at how much space is between the pattern. I'm hoping that makes sense. That's probably very confusing, but the hearts, you see way more hearts than you do circles. And then when I do the bow, if you look at the pieces for the bow, you can see that that is almost full completely. So it's even tighter than the hearts. And that's how I was choosing the paper. Initially, I wanted to do the hearts for the bow and the ribbon also. However, I cut it wrong because those hearts are directional and they look funny going sideways. And that's something that I should have thought out prior to doing this box. So here I am putting this ribbon. You need to pay attention to this ribbon because it is slightly different. Each ribbon cannot go in the same spot, but it's hard to tell. You have to really pay attention because you could have put that piece that I put on before this one upside down very easily. So just make sure that you're measuring before you put your stuff on. Just go ahead and test it. Just take the time to make it right. Once you do a couple, it'll be easy. This is supposed to line up going down the back. So I just try to keep a steady hand and just push it straight up so that any glue that gets on there is where it's supposed to be. And then I'm just gluing down that little piece and it all fits perfectly. Again, guys, I love this box. This is my all-time. If you're getting a gift from me, I will probably buy the gift based on whether or not it can fit in this box. Again, this is for a bridal shower. The colors of the bride's wedding are white and navy blue, and I contemplated putting a navy blue ribbon on this, cutting all these pieces in navy blue, but I didn't have any nice patterned navy blue paper that I thought matched this. Then I thought I would run the navy blue paper in embossing folders, but then I just thought, when I pictured this box in my head, I pictured it all white everything. So I just stuck with it. And here's the last piece. The last time I made a bow, I didn't have the top pucker because of the way that I assembled it. This one here, this one's the right way. It's got that little pucker at the top. And again, guys, this box is for a bridal shower. I'm going to put a little negligee in there. And I bet you people ask me all day if I can make this box for them. Thanks, guys.